Hello, this is Dave Dog. We're back for another season, Season 7 on our road to glory with Bradford Park Avenue. We've regrouped and lots going on. A lot of contracts expired, but we signed the main players back again. These are the ones that left after their contracts run out. Bryn Morris, we wanted to get rid of anyway, because if we'd have played another game, he didn't play at all last season, his wage would have more than doubled, I think it was. Wesley Fonga we signed but didn't really make the grade. Jack Earing wanted too much money and we couldn't re-sign him, and he hadn't done enough really. Alex Hurst, older player, probably past his best. Bo Beresford was one we wanted to sign on again, but he wanted to move, currently without a club. Jason Tuffy, been with us a long time in the under-18s, played the odd game but didn't improve. He has found another club in Bradford in a lower league. Giovanni Di Gregorio, he promised much, but again, he wouldn't sign on. Regan Seed, the same thing for him. A lot of players there, probably only Beresford that we would have wanted to re-sign. But better news on the left-back front, we've signed somebody. Let's have a look at who we've brought in then. Couple of loans and a free. As we said before, we haven't any money at all. We're minus 13,000 for transfer budget, so we can't pay any money for anybody. So we've got 2 on loan and 1 on a free. Other free transfers we were in for either wanted too much money or wouldn't come to us because we're looking for a better player than what we've got. They wouldn't come to us because of our status in the game. If we were National League, we'd probably have got them. There are rumours about a takeover going on, but nothing as yet. We are going on for 350,000 in debt. Money's tight, particularly wanting a midfield player, but we haven't been able to get one central midfielder. If you can hear some rumbling in the background, that's the thunderstorm that's brewing. Apologies for that. Yeah, midfielder, we haven't been able to get one. One of the other problems was players wanting more money, wanting 500, 600, even 400 pounds we can't afford. I think our highest amount we can afford given by the board is £275 a week, which is peanuts. I've looked at a promoted team and they are offering a lot more money than us, so that's the problem we've got. We more will have to stick with what we've got for now. So Ricky Donaghy is coming on loan from Stevenage. He is particularly signed as a striker, but he's been playing on the right wing, attacking midfielder right, winger support, 2-star current ability, 4/5 potential ability, and he's done reasonably well. He's only right-footed, knocks the ball past the opponent, he certainly does, and when he's been good, he's been very good, but recently he's tailed off a little bit. Pace 14, determination 13, leadership 14, aggression 14, dribbling 10, crossing 8, so a lot of potential there, and of course he's only on loan, so he wanted to come as a regular starter, but we knocked him back to a squad player, so he will provide backup. And Goy's just about come back to fitness after his broken ankle, and he played in the last friendly. You could see he wasn't quite there. The free transfer, the one we've got on permanent, Sam Beckwith is a left back, 26 years old. As you can see there, he's on our top wage. We could offer £275 a week. He's 3.5-star current ability, and potential is the same. 6'1", quite tall for a fullback. Jumping reach 13, heading 8. So there's a possibility he could play as a centre back. His tackling is 12, aggression 14, passing 8. When I've seen him in the pre-season, he doesn't do anything risky. He just passes the ball short, which is what I want to see. I don't want the ball given away. Looks quite a good signing, but we'll see between him and Ferguson for the left back spot. So the last one we brought in is a centre-back, JD Costello. We don't have any first or second name, just JD. 23 years old, on loan from Chorley. Squad player, backup for the centre-back positions. Pace, quite pacey, 14 for a centre-back. Jumping reach 14. Heading 7, 6'1", current ability 3, 4-star potential ability. So those are the signings. So let's have a look how we've been going on then. In pre-season, it's been good. 4 wins and a draw. First 3 games against lower opposition. AFC Dunstable 5-3 in that one. We went into a 4-0 lead before half time. Stead playing up front with a hat-trick, and we've changed the system. We've gone back to our more attacking system. We had to try and get more goals into it, but it hasn't seemed to affected the defensive ability. That defence is more or less settled now. Got Macaulay in goal, Harding, Aina, Sams and Ferguson in this one. Fielding in front of those. Hinchy is playing centre midfield. Lovick, Trusty, Donaghy played on the right. Scored a goal in the second half and a good performance, but Stead the main man. Trusty is suspended for the first game due to that sending off towards the end of last season, so he will be missing from our first game against Scarborough. So they pull one back just after half time to make it 4-1. We then made it 5-1 through Donaghy. They then got 2 late goals as we switched the team around. Butcher with a penalty and Butcher again, making it a more respectable 5-3. Not much in the game, 7 shots on target for us, 6 for them. So as I say, giving some of the younger players, and Brooksby was one of those that took his chance, assisting the goal in the second half. And one to look out for is Oliver Lorch, Austrian under-21 international. He's been playing well in the under-18s, and he got a little chance in this one. Then we went to play Mildenhall away, and even better, 6-1 was the outcome in this one. We rotated the team a bit, so it's Barber in goals, Jones more or less the second string, Sunbull, Sams and Ferguson. Shering tried him out as defensive midfielder. That's a position where we've been trying different players in there other than Ferguson. Williams, Brooksby, Toho, Donaghy had a good game in this one. 2 assists. Porritt goal ruled out on 30 minutes. He then scored on 20. Assists from Donaghy. Just before half time, Williams made it 2-0. Donaghy again with the assist. They brought it back to 2-1. Porritt had 2 ruled out then. 55 and 59 minutes before he assisted Brooksby to make it 3-1. Sams 4-1. Harding then got a rash tackle in and was sent off. Trialist Clark scored 2 goals near the end of the game to make it 6-1. We had a couple of forward trialists in. Clark was one of them, and this was his best game, coming on a sub. Clark 8.5, 2 goals. The other one was Lawton, who made an assist, but this was probably their best game. When we played higher opposition, they were found wanting, so we've let them go. We haven't signed them on. The next game, North Ferriby away, again an easy win, 5-0, and another hat-trick for Callum Stead. Donaghy, 1 rolled out on 24 minutes, 0-0 surprisingly at half-time in this. Stead opened the scoring on 53 minutes. Trusty made it 2 on 60. Trusty made it 3 then, 61 minutes. Stead completing his hat-trick with goals in the 83rd and 88th minute. Harding 2 assists, playing really well in that one, and he's cemented his place there at right back. Stead came on a sub and got 10 out of 10 and a hat-trick with those 2 late goals. Those were the easy games. We then moved on to the harder games. Celtic beat team at home, and Sams with a goal in the 69th minute gave us a draw, and we should have had more than that. That was the only, I won't say shot on target, it was a set piece. The fielding near post corner, Sams knocking it in. McCourt, who was really good for Celtic, right winger, gave Beckwith a terrible time, had opened the scoring on 60 minutes. 14 shots, only 1 on target. We should have done better there. We missed lots of chances. Tried the 2 trialists up front, as I say, against better teams, not doing anything like as good as against the poorer teams. 6.3 and 6.5. That was more or less what made my mind up that we weren't going to sign him. Donaghy, again, not playing well in this one. 6.5. But defensively, Beckwith still in at left back and Fielding in front, so more or less our first choice at the back. Possibly it's starting these 2 trialists up front that stopped us getting the win. The last game, we game 1, Derby under 21s. Look at that, 1,274 for a crowd for the final friendly of the season on a Monday night. We shot off like a train in this one. Hinchy opening in the first minute. Neat pass from Stead, putting him in. Then Stead had 1 rolled out on 15 minutes. Trusty with a lovely through ball from Sams made it 2-0 on 17 minutes. Derby under 21s. Very wasteful in front of goals, 1.92. I say wasteful. Macaulay had a a great game. He pulled off some fantastic saves and was really my man of the match in this one. Hinchy getting it possibly for his goal. A really good game to finish off the pre-season. So, unbeaten in pre-season. We're going to our first game, home to Scarborough. Let's see how the squad is going with the squad planner before we look at today's team then. We've got rid of Will Stanway off the squad planner because he's not going to figure in my plans. I never promised him lots of games. He was a backup, but he's on the transfer list. Nobody's showing any interest. As soon as somebody does, he will be out of the door. So it's Macaulay, first choice, 3 stars, backed up by Brandon Barber. He's been with us a while now. I think he's been since he was 16. Brandon Barber, maybe even younger. And he's a capable backup at 2-star. The right back, we've got Harding and Jones, same as last season, not being able to get anybody better because of the finances. We've got to really stick and hope these younger players develop. So 2-star right backs. So on the right side, we've got Aina and Shering as centre backs, both 3 stars. Could be a problem here as Shering is agreed playing time regular starter. We may have to rotate and give him some games. On the left side, we've got Sams, of course, Supporters Player of the Year last year. Again, 3 stars and backed up by on loan JD. He's only a squad player and 23 years old. He will fill in on the left side when necessary. We don't have a picture for him. We'll have to see if we can sort one out if he's a real player. On the left side then, we've got Ferguson and Sam Beckwith. Again, here we've got a problem. Sam Beckwith is a regular starter as well. We're going to have to manage the game time of these two as we are going to on the right side of the central defence. It's debatable who was a better player on watching them in the pre-season. So we'll see when we see the starting lineup who I've gone with. Defensive midfield, we haven't been able to get anybody in. Tried Shering there. He's on training to play there. So if he develops so he can play that role. He didn't do too bad when he played there, but it was against lower teams. Let's hope that Sam Fielding doesn't get an injury. Sam Fielding, 2 stars, 29 years old now, our record appearance maker. He's playing a lot better than 2 stars. He's really consistent and never lets us down. Central midfielder, right Mazzala position. We've got Hinchy and Williams, both 2.5 stars and 25, 23 year old. Both could improve. Williams is a squad player, so Hinchy will be the main man there. Right-sided up front, we've got Fred Ngoy, just back in training. He has played about 30 minutes, I think, of our last friendly. 3.5 star. Backup, Ricky Donaghy, showing as a striker there, but he'll probably play on the right wing. And 2 stars. 21-year-old, he could get better. And he's certainly playing better than 2 stars at the moment. Attacking midfielder, centre, playing in as a shadow striker generally. Take Trusty, he's suspended as we've said. Important player, 2.5 stars. He plays better than a 2.5 star. Toho, after loans last season, is a breakthrough prospect and he's 2.5 star. He will get more game time this season. On the left, we've got skipper again, Harry Lovick. He wants to play as a left winger rather than a central midfielder, although he does a good job in the centre of midfield. He's only 2 star, again, plays better than that. Macaulay Brooksby coming through, he's only 1 star, he's only 19 years old. Potential ability of 3.5 if you go on the yellows. So up front, this is where we've not been able to get anybody in either, so we've not strengthened in the central midfield, defensive midfield or striker positions where we were looking for, due to the finances of course. So we've got Callum Stead returning to the main striking role and he's been doing well, especially against the poorer teams. 2 hat-tricks, 2 star. Conrad Porritt is his backup at the moment, 19-year-old attacking midfielder, can play as a striker and has scored previously. So we may have to make do with what we've got. We've got other backup players coming through from the under-18s. It's not ideal, but we'll go with what we've got. It's the basis of last year's squad with those loan additions that we've made, mainly backup players. Time will tell how we go on, whether the takeover happens and we get some money to spend. That would be ideal. We can really push on then. As it's been in this save, nothing is going quickly and nothing is easy. So let's have a look at today's team then. So here is our team for the first game of this new season, season 7 of the Save. And it's more or less the same as last season, just a couple of changes. So we've got our usual defensive unit with Macaulay in goal, Harding at right back, Aina and Sams pairing at the centre of defence. Ferguson gets the nod in the left back spot. Fielding in front of those with Hinchy in front of him. Good partnerships you can see there between 6 of the players. There's a thing about that we'll come to in a minute. The front 4, that's where the changes are. Donaghy comes in on the right hand side, and Toho's getting the nod in what is the number 10 role. Lovick plays on the left side, and Stead is our main man up front, the number 9 again. The funny thing about it, Lovick playing as a winger, his best is to play as an inverted winger on the left, as he's a right footer. But if we put him to be an inverted winger on support, we get the doesn't play very well in the partnership with Ferguson. But if we put him as a winger, he's okay. So we're doing that. We've seemed to find out that that does work better for Ferguson especially. Don't know about Lovick, but we'll see. We're going in balanced in our custom tiki-taka 4-1-1-3-1, and we used this one at the start of last season but shipped it out because we were conceding too many goals. We'll have to see how we go. We've used it in the last 2 friendlies against decent opposition in Celtic B and Derby under 21s and not conceded a lot of goals. Let's get into the game then today. We're going in balance to start with. We'll see how it goes. We're playing Scarborough. They have been a good team against us recently. We're not going with a sub-keeper. New signing Sam Beckwith on the bench with Shearing, Williams, Porritt and coming back to fitness, Fred and Goy. Pre-match team talk. We're going to go with Gianluca Haven's suggestion. The pressure is all on them. So what do we have to lose? Go out and cause an upset. So let's pump fists and say that. And Tom McCall is inspired, but everybody else composed. Let's have a look how they are lining up then. Here's our lineup, which we've already been through. Toho starting for the first time in a long time after being out on loan. They are on a 4-4-2, so a standard old-fashioned formation from Scarborough. Coming to this match as the favourites at 6-5. We are 2-1, so we're up against it as we said in the team talk. And here we have an early highlight into the 2nd minute. It's raining, isn't it always? That's a through ball and Aina drops back and picks that one up. Harding, short ball, but Hinchy gets in there and it's Donaghy. Donaghy plays it through to Stead. We're still knocking that long ball up front, which none of our strikers seem to be able to head. Cleared away. Lovick picks up on the left, plays it inside to Toho. Big game for him today. Let's hope he doesn't get stage fright, but we're losing the ball in midfield. Scarborough knock it forward and pick up the headed clearance. Here's Blacker. Stop him, don't let him get a shot in. And passes to Marsh. Marsh is running through and shoots wide. So first chance there to Scarborough. And whilst we have a little break in play here, we'll run through. We've got new teams in the league this year. Relegated into the league are Chester and Banbury. And 4 promoted teams are Kettering, Lowestoft, Evesham and Curzon Ashton. Here's Donaghy getting away on the right, plays it in. Stead's there but doesn't finish, and Richardson dives to save that one. 16 minutes, a good chance there for Stead, and we can see Aina has picked up a yellow card already and not winning that ball, but it's over the top from Richardson. And they had the early momentum and we're now just building into the game and getting our foot on the ball. We've got 2 shots on target from 2. They've had nothing on target, so the early chances going to us. Toho back to Sams, Sams to Fielding, back to Sams, into Toho. Toho's dropping into that hole there but plays a ball that Hinchy can't pick up, and it's Scarborough coming the way again. And it looks congested in that midfield, but here is Unjongo getting away and shoots, and that's a good shot, and they take the lead in the 30th minute. Didn't get close enough to Unjongo there, and opening the score is Scarborough. Let's skip that. We saw how that happened. We didn't mark well. Let's shout and encourage the team. Scarborough again with the momentum. Although that's the only shot on target they've had. Here's our corner. It's Toho taking it. Sam's beaten to it. Hinchy picks up. And Donaghy there. Oh, what a shot by Donaghy on the volley from Hinchy's ball across. And what a way to score on your debut. A fantastic volley by Donahue. Equalises. Let's see this again. Just as we see the encourage come in. Hinchy picks up that clearance. Knocks it across. What a volley by Donaghy. Puts it in the opposite top corner. And we're back in the game. 3 shots, 3 on target. That's totally different to what we had in pre-season. We were missing the target a lot. And 0.65, we've had the better XG. Other than that one shot that they've had, they've not done a great deal. Let's get into the dressing room then. We'll stick with Gianluca Caverns. Let's pump fists and say it. And Sam's is motivated. Macaulay's inspired. And Toho's motivated. Let's see how it goes for the first bit of the second half. And here we go. No highlights to start off with, but we've got the momentum. Always press Jordan Scanlon. Who is he? Jordan Scanlon's a winger. So nothing much happening in the second half. We've had a shot on target, but we didn't see it. Free kick, Toho. Look at all these defenders we've got back. We're not taking any chances here. Breckin brings it away on a yellow card, as we can see. And plays it back to fullback. Scanlon picks up and he's going away there and crosses in, but Harding heads that one only out to Breckin though. Breckin, is he going to get shot in? No, he plays it back to Harbottle. So keeping possession, Scarborough. There's Blacker, he's away. Harding blocks that. Careful with that tackling, Harding, especially when they're in the box. He does like to dive in. Look at Lovick picks this one up. Lovick going through the middle, passes to Stead. Stead, was he fouled there? Yes, he was. And it's a red card for Breckin. He's already been booked. So second yellow card for Breckin, and they're down to 10 men. They've moved to a 4-3-2 now. Let's see what we can change. We're on 77 minutes, see if we can make some changes. So we're going to bring Ngoy on for Toho. We're going to play him in this number 10 role. He can play centre and has played there. Attacking midfielder, we're going to put him on attack. Let's pull Lovick back here. He does play better there for me as a box-to-box midfielder. We're going to bring Porritt on for Stead. Stead's not doing it. And Porritt, Poacher, yeah. So 2 changes. Ngoy coming on for Toho and Porritt for Stead. So making those changes up front. Let's confirm that and continue for this last 10 minutes or so. It's our free kick. And it's Fielding on it with Toho off the pitch. And can Fielding knock this one on Sam's head? No, defender gets there first. Their defender clears to Hinchy, but Hinchy has got a shot, and Hinchy has scored. Made the first goal, scored the second goal. 10-man Scarborough are now behind, and we've got 11 minutes plus added time to go. Fielding, 3 defenders there covering Sam's. Bad clearance there by the fullback. Hinchy works his way, picks his spot. What a couple of goals we've got in this game. We don't score easy goals. And 5 shots, 5 on target. We're just going to try and shore this up now. 88 minutes. I know they've only got 10 men, but we don't want to take any chances. Lovick still 6.4. He's not improved there. We're going to bring Williams on for Lovick. Make him a Mazzala. That's his better position. So we've got 2 Mazzalas covering the outsides there. And that's our final change. Tactics wise, we're already on low tempo. Putting time wasting sometimes, and we're going to be more disciplined. You can see this out for our first win of the season. Let's continue, but it's Scarborough with the ball. Let's keep these 10 men out. And they've got a few yellow cards. As we saw last season, teams kicking off. Hinchy's put Porritt through. Is he onside? He looked as though he could be offside, but he's blasted it over the bar and wasn't offside. Could have sorted it out there. We've got possession, and we're in the 3rd minute of the 4 added. Harding wasting a bit of time here with this throw-in. Throws it into Fielding, was unmarked. Fielding knocks it in. Porritt's in. Porritt pulls it back and Goy. Oh, Porritt comes back to Porritt, and we've made sure there 3-1. And what a first match of the season we've got here. We're winning our fair share of headers, get more crosses in. No, we won't bother with that. We're 3-1 up now. Porritt gets away down the right, stumbles through. Defender plays it only to Porritt, who picks his spot, and the sub makes it 3-1. See it again, looking for offside. How can it be offside? He's behind him. And he just runs back and collects that ball. So it's going to be a winning start, you would think. We're in the last minute of added time, and Scarborough, 10 men, have gone down to an opening day defeat. And Goy's clear here, and Goy is run through, keeping the ball, plays it back to Fielding with a shot, but that's just curled over the bar. And this has been a great performance. We've really played well and managed the game perfectly. And poor day for Scarborough, and we're still going on into the 5th minute of added time. Don't let them score and make it look better. But block there. Ajongu, another one with a yellow card. Shea, he's the one who made a mistake with the clearance. But there we go. That's the end of the game. 1.2 XG, but 3 goals from them. We certainly took our chances. 6 shots on target out of our 8. And 61% possession, and 6 yellow cards, leading to 1 red for Brechin. So Scarborough trying to kick us off the pitch. Hinchy is our man of the match at 8.5, but good performances from Donaghy on his debut. Apart from the ones that got subbed off, Lovikstead and Toho, everyone played their part there, and it's a fantastic start to the season. 3-1. Everyone thought we'd lose. We're going to say that one. Outstretched arms, proving them wrong, and look at that, everybody's happy. And Alex Williams would have preferred to stay on the bench. Poor old Alex Williams. Sorry, I won't put you on next time. So let's continue. Early table, we're 4th. Brackley not having a good start at all there, going down 6-1 to Matlock. What were the other scores? Scunthorpe beating newly promoted Curzon Ashton 5-1. Southport we play next match on Tuesday, I believe it is. Southport away, they won 2-0 at Hereford. Banbury beating Fylde, who were beaten in the playoffs last season. Banbury relegated from the National League, so they're making a good start. Who was the other relegated team? Chester drew with Telford. Let's see where we're going to come back after that fantastic win against Scarborough. We go to Southport on Tuesday, so that's another tough game. Let's come back for newly promoted Evesham away, beginning of September. What a first day. We win again. We've done well on the first day of the season, and we beat Scarborough 3-1. We were on top really before the sending off, but the sending off we got 2 goals through Hinchy and Porritt, and 796 the attendance, so we're getting round about that 800 that we need. We need to up that really to round about 1,000 to bring some money. Let's just have a look at the finances before we go. Creeping up towards 400,000 in the red. That can't go on for long. In the real world, the bank would be knocking on the door and saying, what are you going to do about this? There are some rumours of a takeover, and I don't think the game lets you get into the realms of an unmanageable overdraft. Watch this space, something may happen on that score. So if you enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you've not already done so, please subscribe, and hopefully see you back for the next game, Evesham away. Thanks very much for watching. This is Dave Dog. Bye for now.